Daphne, this is always one of my favorite questions. Influencers, um, in a minute they come, or a lifetime, or anything in between. My grandfather was one of my first influencers. He used to take me on walks in the park when I was 5 years old in Montreal. He had an
Mm.
accent. He was from Kiev, and I asked him really quick. I said, "How do you know all these people?" I called him Zayd. "How do you know all these people?" And he said, "I don't know. I just smiled at one once, and they smiled back at me, and then they started
Mhm.
talking to me. So I talked
Mhm.
to them, and then another one, and then another one, and I understood it as a 5 year old, and even more later, and all that influencing stuff that was going on there with each other. Um, so, could you share with us maybe two or three people that have been influencers in your life?
Yeah, it's a great story. Smile. Um, so I would say my mom, much like your grandfather, she was my inspiration and my coach because she said to me, Daphne, whoever has your mind and or whatever, whoever or whatever has your mind will have you. So if excellence has your mind, you're going to focus on excellence. If education has your mind, you're going to be focused on education. If that silly boy Sean down the street has your mind, you're going to be that silly girl sitting next to Sean, right? So she would always just say, your focus is who you are. And of course, as I mentioned before, that she would say, wherever your opportunity, think above where you are and know that your opportunity is up here, and then that's how you will climb and how you win. So that's one. My second role model, somebody that I never met, and that's Harriet Tubman,
Sure.
um, because she was the conductor of the Underground Railroad. And the reason why she was my role model is I talked about a lot about how you learn and you teach. And she did what I call the push and the pull method, which is what I try to use my life to do. She pushed her way to freedom. She, earned her way, learned her way to become free. She pushed into dangerous forests and dangerous environments and dangerous territories where she could have been shot, killed, or worse, on her way as she pushed forward. But she also reached back and pulled the other slaves or enslaved people along with her. So as she pushed in and got newer, got smarter, leveled up, continuously improved herself, she also said to the people, "Let me show you how I did it." And so that's the push and pull. So she was a role model for me. And I think role models are fine. You don't have to know everybody. You can just say, well, how do they behave? What's their philosophy? What's their values? What do they read? How do they dress? Who do they hang with? All those kinds of things. And that's what she was for me. So she learned and then she taught. And then I say finally, it's going to be kind of may seem like a weird one, is Elon Musk. Um, and I don't know if he's still my role model or my influencer, but he certainly was for a while, because he had this philosophy. He acted, and one of my beliefs is we got to act like a product and think like a product manager. A product continuously improves itself. Coca-Cola is not the same it was. Well, maybe it is, but they have different types of Coke. Refrigerators are not the same as they were 30 years ago. Cars are not the same. So Elon Musk is the kind of person that I believe, like a product, continuously improves itself or himself. He's into value, and you pay for what you value. So he has value in his products, and he has competition. He experiments. He's innovative. He's not afraid to take a chance. He's not afraid to blow up his own rocket so that he can learn some data. And so it's about how do you take those opportunities to learn and grow and take risks. What he is doing now with Twitter and all that, I don't know, but the basics of him being an innovator and experimenter, and courage to do that is inspiring for me.
Yeah, you know what's great about all those is you're human, and you're not going to get everything right, and that's where you learn from it. And if we wouldn't have people like Harriet or Elon or whatever, what would be we learning so fast? And we tend to judge and put down people more than uplift people
It's
in
true.
because of that. And great, great role models. And thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you. It's they're a real thing. That's how we learn. Like I say, tigers learn from tigers. So if you don't have a tiger as a role model and you're a tiger, how do you learn how to be a tiger? Right? So you learn from other people.
Well, I'm learning from you, and I'm not a tiger. You may be.
Well, one thing you won't find is you won't find turkeys hanging with tigers. So, because the turkey won't last very long.
And on that note, gobble gobble. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.